Welcome to the Stoic Golden Tribe, where enduring wisdom meets the strength of presence, and where we uncover the truths modern society refuses to teach men. Brother, in the world of love and relationships, too many men settle for far less than they deserve. They endure disrespect, neglect, and emotional starvation, convincing themselves that this is just how relationships are. But history, philosophy, and the wisdom of great men tell us otherwise. A real partnership is not just about having someone to share a bed with, it's about having someone who nourishes your mind, protects your heart, and respects your soul. From the writings of Marcus Aurelius to the teachings of Confucius, one truth has always been clear. A man's value is diminished the moment he accepts less than what he truly deserves. Today, we will uncover the 4 things every man must receive from a woman, and if she can't give them, it's not love, it's slow self-destruction. These are not luxuries, they are non-negotiables. And walking away when they're absent isn't weakness, it's the ultimate act of self-respect. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. In your own experience, what's the one thing you believe no man should ever compromise on in a relationship? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if you're ready to grow stronger, wiser, and harder to break, make sure you subscribe and join the Brotherhood. Chapter 1. Respect for your masculinity. The very first thing every man deserves from a woman is respect for who he is as a man, his presence, his purpose, and his masculine essence. Without respect, nothing else matters. You could have love, attraction, and shared history, but if she doesn't look at you with genuine respect, the relationship is already in decay. Respect is not about fear, it's not about domination, it's about a deep acknowledgement of your value and your role as a man. It's about her seeing the way you carry yourself, the way you face challenges, the way you protect, build, and lead, and honoring that without trying to tear it down. A woman who truly respects you will trust your decision-making even when she doesn't fully understand it. Speak of you with pride when you're not around. Avoid undermining your authority in front of others. See your ambition as a strength, not a threat. Sadly, many modern men find themselves in relationships where their masculinity is under constant attack. They are criticized for leading, mocked for dreaming big, or shamed for being assertive. Slowly, they become quieter, more hesitant, and more unsure of themselves, not because they lost their manhood, but because they've been trained to hide it. This is dangerous, because the moment a man starts questioning whether it's safe to be a man in his own relationship, he's already lost the foundation of love. History teaches us that respect was the foundation of any union between a man and a woman. In ancient Rome, a wife who disrespected her husband was seen as dishonoring the entire household. Among the samurai of Japan, a woman was expected to uphold her husband's honor in both her speech and actions, because his honor was tied to the family's survival. Even in the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, we find the lesson: waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. But here's the hidden truth: being one is not enough. You must also ensure you are with someone who recognizes it. Why respect matters more than love. A man can survive without love for a while. He can endure loneliness, but a man who lives without respect, especially from the woman closest to him, slowly withers inside. Disrespect from strangers is annoying. Disrespect from your woman is soul-crushing. Without respect, her love will feel conditional. Without respect, every disagreement will turn into a battle for dominance. Without respect, she won't follow your lead when it truly matters, when life is hard and decisions must be made quickly and with certainty. And here's the truth: once a woman loses respect for a man, it is almost impossible to get it back. She may still say she loves you, she may still stay with you, but deep inside, something fundamental has broken. Signs: she doesn't respect your masculinity. She interrupts and talks over you regularly. She criticizes your goals and dreams instead of encouraging them. She belittles your efforts and compares you to other men. She challenges your authority not out of necessity, but out of habit. She ignores your boundaries and pushes you to break them. If you see these patterns, you are not in a relationship, you are in a silent war. A Stoic man does not argue for respect. He does not try to convince someone to value him. He lives in a way that commands respect, and if it's not given, he has the courage to walk away. Your masculinity is not something to apologize for. It is not something to hide. It is the force that allows you to protect, to provide, to lead, to endure. And the right woman will not only recognize it, she will cherish it, encourage it, and make it stronger. Remember, if she cannot respect your masculinity, she cannot truly love you. And you must value yourself enough to walk away from anyone who refuses to see your worth. Drop a comment below and share if you've ever been in a relationship where your masculinity was undervalued or attacked. Your story could be the voice another man needs to hear today. Chapter 2: Unshakable Loyalty. The second thing every man deserves from a woman is loyalty, the kind that stands unshaken through both sunshine and storms. Loyalty isn't tested when everything is easy. It's tested when life gets messy, when the money isn't flowing, when health falters, when the world feels like it's against you. A loyal woman doesn't just stay for the good times. She fights alongside you through the bad ones. In our modern world, loyalty has been cheapened. Many confuse loyalty with convenience. They stay only as long as they're comfortable, as long as the relationship benefits them, as long as things are fun. But the moment challenges appear, they vanish. That's not loyalty. That's self-interest wearing a mask. In the old kingdoms, a queen's loyalty to her king was not measured in words, but in how she stood by him in times of war, betrayal, or loss. Cleopatra risked her own life for Antony when Rome turned against him. In ancient China, the wives of military generals often managed the estates and defended the family name while their husbands fought for the empire. Loyalty was a sacred duty. It wasn't something you had to beg for, it was simply who they were. Why? Loyalty is the glue of love. Without loyalty, love is fragile, it cracks under pressure. A loyal woman will defend you in your absence, protect your reputation, and choose your side even when others turn away. She will not be swayed by gossip, tempted by other men, or quick to question your intentions. This doesn't mean blind obedience, it means a deep trust in your character and your commitment to the relationship. Loyalty is the ultimate expression of trust because it says, even when I don't understand everything, I still choose you. How to recognize true loyalty. She supports you during your setbacks, not just your victories. She speaks well of you to others, even when you're not present. She doesn't let outsiders influence how she treats you. She doesn't abandon the relationship at the first sign of difficulty. She makes it clear, through her actions, that you are her priority. When loyalty is missing. When a woman lacks loyalty, you will always feel like you're auditioning for her love. You will feel the need to constantly prove yourself, to meet impossible standards, to walk on eggshells for fear she might leave. That kind of relationship drains your strength and erodes your confidence. A disloyal woman is not just a poor partner. She is a danger to your future, because when life inevitably tests you, she will choose her own comfort over your bond. As a man, your duty is to protect, to build, to provide direction. But it is not your duty to chase loyalty from someone who cannot give it freely. If she has wandering eyes, a divided heart, or a habit of turning her back on you during hard times, she is showing you who she is. Believe her. The right woman will make you feel like home is not a place, it's her presence beside you no matter what. And that is worth more than beauty, status, or charm. Drop a comment below and tell me, have you ever seen true loyalty in a woman, whether in your own life or in someone else's? What did it look like and how did it change the way you see relationships? Chapter 3: Genuine Admiration and Appreciation. The third thing every man deserves from a woman is genuine admiration, not for what he can give, but for who he truly is. Admiration is the fuel that keeps a man's spirit burning. When a woman looks at you with pride, when she sees your efforts and acknowledges them, it strengthens you in ways words can barely describe. But when that admiration is absent, even the strongest man begins to question himself. Why admiration matters. For centuries, men have gone to war, built empires and risked everything, not just for glory, but for the admiration of the women they loved. In ancient Greece, warriors returned from battle, not for the applause of the crowd, but for the quiet, approving eyes of their wives and families. A man doesn't just want a woman who is physically present, he needs one who sees him, truly sees him, and appreciates his efforts, his sacrifices, and his victories, no matter how small. Admiration isn't about flattery, it's not fake praise or shallow compliments. It's about her truly recognizing the man you are, the late nights you put in to provide, the risks you take to build a better life, the quiet strength you hold when the world feels heavy. How women show genuine admiration. She notices your efforts, even the ones others overlook. She celebrates your victories without jealousy or competition. She encourages your ambitions instead of downplaying them. She believes in you even when you momentarily doubt yourself, at the danger of its absence. A woman who does not admire you will slowly strip away your motivation. Her constant criticism, her inability to acknowledge your achievements, and her tendency to focus only on your flaws will drain you. When admiration is missing, you might still have a relationship on the surface, but underneath, resentment begins to grow. You start feeling like nothing you do is enough, and that is a dangerous place for any man to live. In the teachings of Confucius, there is an idea that respect and admiration create harmony in relationships. Without admiration, the relationship loses balance, because a man without admiration is like a leader without followers. His strength has nowhere to go. A Stoic man does not live for admiration, but he will not stay where it is absent. He understands that a healthy relationship is a place where both people inspire each other. Just as you admire her beauty, her intelligence, and her grace, she should admire your strength, your vision, and your resilience. If you have to beg for appreciation, you are not with the right woman. The right one will give it naturally, because she is truly proud to be by your side. Drop a comment below and tell me, when was the last time a woman's genuine admiration gave you strength? How did it change your mindset and your drive? Chapter 4. Emotional Peace and Stability. The fourth thing every man deserves from a woman is emotional peace, a relationship that feels like a refuge, not a battlefield. As a man, you will face challenges every day. The world will test your patience, your strength, and your endurance. But when you return to your woman, you should not be returning to another fight. You should be returning to a place of calm where your mind can rest and your spirit can breathe. Why peace? Matters more than passion. Passion can be thrilling, but it cannot replace peace. A relationship that's all excitement but no stability will exhaust you. A woman who constantly stirs drama, creates unnecessary conflict, or keeps you in a cycle of emotional highs and lows will drain your focus and destroy your ability to lead in life. Men are builders by nature. We need mental clarity to achieve our goals. But you cannot build when the very foundation of your relationship is shaky, and the ancient understanding of peace. In ancient Rome, the home was called the domus, a man's sanctuary. His battles were fought in the streets, but his peace was found in his home. Roman philosophers believed that a man's true wealth was measured not in gold, but in the tranquility of his household. Even in Japanese samurai culture, a warrior's home was meant to be a place of serenity, a counterbalance to the chaos of the outside world. His wife's role was not to challenge his masculinity, but to restore his strength. Signs of a peaceful partner. She resolves conflicts without unnecessary drama. She listens with understanding instead of reacting with hostility. She supports your need for quiet, rest, and reflection. She doesn't create emotional chaos to test your love when peace is missing. If your relationship feels like walking on eggshells, if every day brings a new argument, a new accusation, a new test, you are not with the right person. This constant turbulence will eventually kill your ambition, your confidence, and even your health. A man in a peaceful relationship becomes sharper, stronger, and more focused in every area of life. A man in a chaotic one spends all his energy simply trying to survive. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The same applies to relationships. You cannot control her behavior, but you can control whether you remain in a space that robs you of your peace. The right woman will not drain you. She will recharge you. She will make you feel like the best version of yourself, not the most exhausted. Drop a comment below and tell me, do you believe emotional peace is the most important thing in a relationship? Or do you think something else matters more? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Brother, we've just walked through the 4 non-negotiables every man should expect from a woman. Respect for your masculinity, because without it there is no foundation for love. Unshakable loyalty, because without it there is no trust. Genuine admiration, because without it a man's spirit loses its fire. Emotional peace, because without it even the strongest man will crumble. These are not luxuries. They are not things you have to beg for, negotiate for, or prove yourself worthy of. They are the basics, what a healthy, committed woman will give without you asking. The sad truth is, too many men today are living without these 4 pillars. They stay in relationships where they are disrespected, doubted, underappreciated, and emotionally drained. They tell themselves, it's not that bad, or I can make it work. But history, philosophy, and the wisdom of great men all point to the same truth. A man's strength in the world is tied to the quality of the woman by his side. The wrong woman will weaken you. The right one will make you unstoppable. A Stoic man knows that his life's mission, his mental clarity, and his personal peace must come first. He understands that walking away from a woman who cannot give these 4 things is not a sign of failure. It is a declaration of self-respect. You are not here to be drained. You are not here to be diminished. You are here to lead, to build, to grow, and to protect. And the woman in your life should be an ally in that mission, not an obstacle. Take a hard look at your relationship. Ask yourself honestly, are these 4 pillars present? If even one is missing, you have a decision to make, because time spent in the wrong relationship is time stolen from your future. Brother, protect your peace, guard your value, and remember, you are the prize. Drop a comment below and share which of these 4 pillars you believe is the hardest to find in today's dating world. Let's talk about it. And if you're ready to rise above modern dating games and embrace the strength of timeless masculine wisdom, hit that subscribe button and join the Stoic Golden Tribe. Your future self will thank you